All right. Thank you so much once again. I'm so much excited to be uh, sharing this evening with you. I'm so much excited to be talking to you, to this community. And like you said, like the way I was introduced, Sumaya Nalukwago, tech community lead. A tech community lead for GDG Cloud Barada and Women Techmakers Barada. I've been a GDSC lead before, just like your CMX campus director. And now I also work with a tech community here, the Innovation Village, and I'm so passionate about anything that involves technology. I create tech content on YouTube. Yes, take over with Sumaya. So if you really need more about me, then you just have to check out for that. I think I'm going to be sharing the link in the chat section as we go on. So first things first, we're going to be discussing about diversity and inclusion. I'm not going to. We are all going to be speakers, and we're both going to be sharing our ideas together because I am the kind that believes that we learn from one another. So before I can begin, can each one of us that is attending, each one of us that is active on this call, can you mention any powerful woman in tech you know in the chat section? I'll be waiting for it.
Yes, Sumaya, I think many of us did not get the question you asked. If you can come again.
All right, all right. As here is my question. Can you mention any powerful woman in tech that you know about? Because we're talking about diversity and inclusion, and this is where we have to include both genders in the tech sector. So you realize that ladies are underrepresented, at least that's the biggest percentage. Now, that's why I'm asking each one of us to mention a powerful lady they know in technology, the lady that has made it out there, the lady that has been on those big platforms, the lady that has tried to navigate her way through technology. So I hope you've now got the question.
Yeah, yeah, I think the question is clear now.
Well, I've seen so far two people, and I think I'm going to add the third, and she's a lady from Nigeria, yeah. Ah, no. Okay, yes, you mentioned me, but I'm not yet where I would want to be. So I was trying to say that I will mention someone that I know, someone that really motivates me to work hard in tech. And she's from Nigeria. She's a founder of several tech communities. I don't know if anyone can guess her. She has spoke at global events. She has been invited by the government of Nigeria to speak on several events. She has a non-profit organization in Nigeria that helps ladies to navigate through technology, equip them with skills, and so much more. I believe you now know her by now. She's called Ada Nduka Oyo. Yeah, she's one of those ladies that I really feel like she has really done. Yes, yes, that's her. Yeah, Ada. So she's one of those ladies I look up to, and to be honest, I actually even told her that she really motivates me. So now, the reason that's why I asked each one of us to mention the ladies that we see out there, the ladies that have made it in tech, is to look at what they are doing and see what they actually do, so that we can also know that we can get there. So someone mentioned me, which is really funny because I feel like I'm just making my early steps in technology. Better, I didn't tell you, I have a bachelor's degree in information technology. Yeah, and I'm just waiting for my graduation, so that's when I started. Like after in my last year of university, that's when I started tech content creation. So now here is the thing: whenever you're doing anything, if you really want to be great, first you have to have a goal. So I believe each one of these ladies had a goal. They were like, they really want maybe to become the best software developer in the country, or they want to become the best technical leader in the country. And now, after setting the goal, then they had to go ahead and acquire the skills necessary for them to get what they want or to get to where they want to be. And please, if I rush, then tell me to lower my speed. So, all right. So, how can we how can we create an environment where we shall have all the ladies that we've not mentioned become like the ladies we've mentioned? So now this is where diversity and inclusion comes from. Now, inclusion means that we are going to include the ladies. I don't want this to be aligned to only ladies, but we are talking about ladies because we feel like they're misrepresented. Or if we are to look at the call, I believe there are fewer ladies compared to the gentlemen right now on the call. Now that brings back the question: are we really our community is inclusive or not? So here is how we can actually foster inclusive communities, communities that are going to.
Uh, MS, can you hear me? Hi, Sumaya, are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No problem.
All
I
right,
can go
so
ahead.
I think I left when I was saying that I was talking about the reasons as to why it is important to foster diversity and inclusion in our communities. So I was talking about how it's really vital for us to have people from different backgrounds, people from people with different experiences and different levels of expertise. Bring them together will foster diversity and inclusion because you realize these people have different backgrounds and they have different experiences. And once they bring them together, then that's definitely creativity. And each one of them will be willing to share knowledge, their expertise, which will drive innovation, right? Then, secondly, the other importance of diversity and inclusion in technology is that it brings together a lot of skills in one place. Now, think about a hackathon that is only for gentlemen. Um, you think they will have? I'm not saying that gentlemen are not good designers, but do you really think they will really have well-designed projects? Let's say, will they have well-designed prototypes? Can someone react? All right, yeah. So someone responded. So I'm trying to say, we have to involve everyone. We don't have to leave anyone behind. If we are in a hackathon, we have beginners, we have intermediates, we have professionals. Let us not form teams because we are all professionals, because we've all been winners of a hackathon before. So we are going to leave out these people that are attending the hackathon for the first time. No, no. Each other member in the community always has a role to play. So try as much as you can to involve them. If you feel like maybe if the hackathon is about literally software development and there aren't other roles, then maybe you can ask them about their skill set and assign them roles according to what they know rather than leaving them out. Because community members value how you include them. If you tell them, if you feel like if they really feel like they are involved in whatever is happening in their community, trust me, they will get attached to it the more. Okay, I think this is it's just like human nature. If you involve someone in your plans, then they'll feel like they are really attached to you. They will feel like they mean something to you. Now that's the same thing with the community. If you keep on involving your members and you tell the gentlemen come and maybe volunteer on this, you tell the ladies maybe they can volunteer in this, trust me, they will feel much more connected in the community rather than you selecting a few to do certain things over and over again and leaving out the other categories. I hope we are all following. Now, one other reason as to why we should foster diversity and inclusion in tech is the economic benefits that come with it. Now, a few studies have showed that companies that have diverse teams, let's say in leadership and the management, trust me, they perform way better. That's why most of these big companies have their CEOs as ladies, or even if it's not generally a lady, but the top management is full of ladies. Now, I'm going to give you an example of MTN Uganda. It has it has a CEO, he's a lady, and most of the people in the top management are ladies. Even most banks here have most of the people in the top management as ladies. So now this not only means that ladies should take on the top positions, but chances are high that if you're in a boardroom and maybe you're discussing with a client and it's the lady trying to negotiate with the client, trust me, the deal will go through easily compared to if it was a gentleman, because they believe that once ladies are in power, then they get things done. I'm not trying to say that men don't get things done, but trust me, once you have a lady on your team, then chances are high that things will get done easily. Now, one last reason as to why diversity and really is really a good thing and a positive thing for each and every other community is that um, now, given that ladies pay more attention to details, now think about you designing a product. Let's say, okay, a general mobile application that will be used by anyone. Trust me, ladies are very good at collecting user feedback, customer help, compared to gentlemen. I don't know if you've all realized that normally when you do these customer calls, it's the ladies that actually respond, because it has been identified that ladies um, are good at responding to customer inquiries and offering guidance and so much more. So this means that if you design your product and maybe the customer help section has more ladies, then it gives you a higher advantage for your product to easily navigate through the market, which is a good thing for anyone out there in business. Now, those are not the only benefits. Like, there are a whole lot of benefits of including each and everyone, not only ladies, but each and everyone in the technology sector. And I really don't want to like go into much details. So the first one, again,
Um,
like I mentioned from the start, this is an organization that is led by Ada. Shikoda has really put it first one. So if you're already here and maybe you've been looking for a community that can support you, that can equip you with, then look out for this community. Then there is called Vixens. Yeah, I'm going to only mention Nigerian communities and global communities. So there is called Vixens, and now Code Vixens runs paid boot camps, but at a smaller cost compared to others, and it equips ladies with skills too. So you can also look out for that if you're a lady and you've been looking at improving your skill set, then this is one community for you. Then now for the global community, you can look at Google Women Tech Makers. This is global. They provide resources, workshops, conferences and they also give you an environment where you feel like, yeah, you're in a community of fellow ladies that are going to help you so that you can grow together. Sometimes as ladies we may feel like, oh, now the tech sector, I personally face this challenge. Like, in my area, you would not find a lady that is doing what you're doing. You don't know who to reach out to for help. You honestly find it hard. But if you're in a community that has ladies with you, then trust me, you'll feel free to ask if you have questions. You won't even feel shy, because I know some ladies feel shy um to ask for help in a community that is composed of both genders. So when you've joined this other community that only has people of your gender, trust me, it will be easier for you. Then one last we are if we really want to create an inclusive and diverse COMEX, I don't know the name of this community, the name that starts with I, you will forgive me. So okay, if this CMX community wants to foster diversity and inclusion, what will it do? If I'm an attendee on today's call and I really want to go back to my community and foster diversity, what will I do? So here is what we will do. First, create equal opportunities. Make sure that the opportunities you're creating are equal. If you make a call for volunteers for your upcoming event and say we only want gentlemen. Trust me, those are not equal opportunities. Or you say that the people who will be volunteering in logistics should only be gentlemen. Those are not equal opportunities. You can say we need 5 people, we need 6 people in logistics, 3 ladies, 3 gentlemen. Now that's equality. Or if there is a call for scholarships and you're like, you need 70% gents and 30% ladies, honestly, that's not equality. Make everything equal so that every other category can, right? Then one someone react.
Hi Sumaya. I
Am I
think we can
still there?
barely hear you. Yeah. I think we can hear you now. So you got lost at some point. We could not hear you at some point. But I think you're back now.
All right. So one other thing we
Yeah.
can do to foster diversity and inclusion in our communities is provide mentorship opportunities. Yes, the ladies are there, the gentlemen are there, but trust me, there is always that one person that is left behind. And how will you know that they are left behind? You realize when you call for events, these people will not show up. All these other simple activities in the community, they will not show up. And as a community lead, you have to reach out to these people and know why they are actually not actively participating. Then once you've known that, then try to create solutions. If it's a gentleman, reach out to, okay, all genders, reach out to them, provide them with mentors who can always follow up. Like try as much as you can to address their problems. Trust me that they will feel involved in the community. They will feel included, and that's one other way of promoting diversity and inclusion in the community. Also, provide your community members with value, equip them with skills, not only technical skills, yeah. Because one thing I've realized, actually, one of the things that that made me start a YouTube channel that focuses on the non-coding side of tech is that we will get all these other technical skills. I will know how to code. I will learn 3 programming languages, be good at them, know how to use different skills. I will lack the, let's say, communication skills. I will lack the writing skills. I don't know how to talk about myself on a job interview. You should equip your community members with all these diverse skills. If you're teaching them mobile app development, then give them the skills that will also help them to sell their app to the users. Give them skills that they will use to pitch to investors because who doesn't want money? Give them skills that will help them apply for jobs, communicate to recruiters. Don't only give them these hard skills. Trust me, someone who has both the hard and soft skills is way better than someone who only has the technical skills. I'm not trying to say that technical skills are nothing, but trust me, technical skills without all these other soft skills, then they are totally nothing. Because you realize you'll be this kind of person who will code for people. You will build websites, but you will give them to people to go and pitch them for you, and you will always be this other person who's in the, let me try to call it, the back end. You always be this other person who does the development, the hard work, and the other people will do the marketing, the pitching, and every other thing. I realize we'll be missing out at some point because some opportunities need someone who has both, right? So let us try as much as we can to provide value for our community members, give them diverse skills that they can choose from. Also, like tech is not about only coding. There is a lot you can do in tech without sitting down to write lines of code every other single day. So let your members get all this kind of content, right? And trust me, with that, you will foster diversity and inclusion in your. One thing I can tell you is that if you want something, you have to go for it. It's not going to find you where you are. If you really want to acquire knowledge, then you're going to put in the efforts. You're going to read the books. You're going to make the research. You're going to watch the tutorials. Like you have to put in all those efforts so that you can learn the skill. Now I'm going to be taking in questions. Then I'm also going to share my link here, the link to my YouTube channel in the comments, in the chat section, as I take in questions.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Sumaya. It was really wonderful listening to you, and I think I've gotten some insight about how to better handle community and ensuring inclusiveness within the diversity of the different members of communities. Thank you so much. And Alan, can you bring in the question and answer section, please? Questions there, Alan or Azus. So I
Aziz,
believe the can I do what?
can you start the Q&A session? Oh, sorry.
Azus, kindly help us with Q&A section, please. All right. So I think the Q&A section is up now. So I believe we have a lot of questions. So let's drop our question in the Q&A section so that our speaker can pick up the questions from there. So let's drop our questions. So we have some minutes to do that. So while we're waiting for the members to drop their Q&A questions, so while Sumaya was um talking, she talked about a lot of things and she made a lot of key points. So if you'd love to say anything, so you can just signify, raise up your hand, and you'll be given access to speak. So while we await questions from the attendees, so let's have it. So what have you learned? What have you learned from today's session? Well, while waiting for others, basically, it is important that you understand that community is not all about focusing on your inclusiveness and ensure that the career life of the members of your community. So, okay, are there any questions yet? So, Alan,
Yeah, what's up, Chief?
so tell me what from the session today.
Yeah, okay. So, inclusivity is something that I have always tried to preach, and it is just so important for a community to thrive. Inclusivity is something that ensures those people on the fringe of the community feel included, feel like a member of the community, and there are several ways to do those things. And Sumaya just made it um, pretty comprehensive, and it was a really fun session for me.
Yeah, thank you, Alan. So that's very important. If you're a member of any community, you just need to make yourself feel um that you are a member of the community, you are a part of the family, and you don't need to feel like an outcast. So that is the only way you can actually learn a lot and gain a lot from the community. And you need to put yourself out there, relate with others on the platform, and share opportunities with the members of the platform, so that way opportunities comes in and everybody gets an equal chance to the different opportunities you'll be having on the platform. We're still waiting for questions, so the Q&A section up, so you can drop your questions there for the speaker. So plant codes um is just an attendee. So I believe we have a lot of people here, and I'm sure there is something they would love to say. So
Sorry.
so I
Before you, before you
yeah, go on.
can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Yeah. So another thing is for inclusivity, since CMX is all about community management, is like a community of community managers and all of that. This topic of inclusivity is also very important because the major role of ensuring inclusivity exists in the community rests on the shoulders of the community management of the community manager and the community management team, because they have to work round the clock to ensure that nobody feels left out. uh it is quite the task, but it is what has to be done, because as a community manager you have to care about your community members, and sometimes you have to go out of your way to ensure that okay, everybody is on deck, everybody is flowing with what we are doing here, and we're not going outside our jurisdiction, and we are also ensuring that everybody is learning and everybody is growing. So yeah, I just wanted to drop that.
Yeah, that's important. Being a community manager requires a lot. You need to be a person that pays attention to your members, and you need to create the habit of empathy in you. So you need to be able to empathize with your members, and that is the only way you can get to really understand what they need and what they want. And I think Sumaya shed more lights on how to do that better. Thank you so much, Sumaya. So I feel Sumaya was so much in depth with our explanation, and uh, I believe that is why a lot of questions are not coming in yet. So I can see plant code saying, yeah, inclusivity. That's very, very important. So, are there practical steps to take towards achieving this? So, Sumaya, that's a question for you. So, somebody is asking if there is a practical step to take towards achieving inclusivity within a community.
Thank you so much. I think I will answer each question as it comes in so that I answer everyone without combining the other questions together. So there are several steps. I'm not going to say that there is like a guide or you're going to attend a master class for you to know the steps to take to foster an inclusive community. No. First, just like any other challenge, you have to identify the problem. Now you've already identified that the problem is you don't have an inclusive community. Then know the why. Like, why do you think the community is not inclusive? Now I'm going to give you an example here. What happened here in my community? So we launched a GDG Cloud community in early 2021. Yeah. So after launching it, our first event was a Google I/O extended, and the event had only one lady and about 22 gentlemen. Yeah. So those were 23 people minus the organizers. So now what hit me was we have a community of very many ladies. Why was there only one lady? So now this was the problem, right? I'm trying to answer it, but I'm using my example here. So here is what we had to do. We had to go back and now talk to the ladies here in the community. We had to go to the WhatsApp platform, ask them why they don't attend. Of course, they will not publicly respond on that platform. So we had to talk to them privately, ask them what are some of the challenges you're facing, and now we got all this feedback, and that's where we got all the reasons. Majority thought they should have these other hard skills, the technical skills for them to attend the tech events. Some were shy, some felt out of place because they didn't have any technical background. So now we gathered all that and found a solution. So what was the solution? Bringing in a community for only ladies. And that's how the women tech makers community came through. So now, after us bringing this community, now the ladies have now everything has changed. Trust me. So you to answer your question in a summary, identify the problem, After I've identified the problem, like, yes, you've identified it, you see the ladies are underrepresented or the gentlemen are not showing up. Now, don't don't reason for them. Go to them and ask them, why are they not showing up? Why didn't you attend the session about diversity and inclusion? Did you face any challenges? Um, did you experience power shortages in your area? Like, get those challenges, because once, trust me, once you talk to these community members, they will feel involved. They feel like you mean something to them, so you value them, you value what they say. So talk to them, see what they have to say, then analyze all that and find a solution for find one general solution that suits all the feedback that you've collected from your community. Because the reason as to why feedback is important is you're going to assume, maybe if we had assumed that these ladies didn't show up because it was a Saturday and maybe they were resting or anything, we are going to create an event on a Friday and they would still not show up, or on a Monday and they would not show up. But us going there to ask them and get to know their challenges helped us know that they want a community of only ladies where they will feel free to express their challenges. And we did that and it has improved. So one thing I can say is identify the challenge, get feedback from the direct community, the people in the community, then use the feedback to find a solution. Then, if you try the solution and it doesn't work out, then do the same. Like, go back and look at the challenges. Go back to the drawing board and look at the challenges. Maybe you did do something great. Yeah, basically, that's what I can say.
Oh, thank you so much for that wonderful answer, Sumaya. So I think in summary, so you just need to go back to your community and find a way to spot what the actual problem is. And after spotting the problem, you need to work on how to provide solutions to the problem you spotted. And you should never really come to a decision before making your findings. So you need to make findings to understand the problem, the challenges that are present, and you provide solutions to them, and not just coming to a conclusion that perhaps this is the problem. So thank you so much, Sumaya, for that response. Um, yeah, I think that is the only question. So do we have any other question for her, please? So any other question for her before we draw the curtain for today? All right. Abdulaziz, are you there? Or Alan?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, Abdulaziz. Do you have anything for us this evening?
actually nothing much, but I just want to appreciate Sumaya for growing up, a big woman, and I really admire her. If you want to do anything GDSC, anything community, definitely they have to refer you to her YouTube channel, and I'm telling everyone to check it out. So it's like a mentor to me. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Azus, for that. So, if you are interested in community management, and I believe we're all here because we are basically interested in community management. So, ensure you check the YouTube link she shared with us, and you follow her. You're going to get to learn a lot from her. This evening we really have a limited time for her to talk to us. So, but on our YouTube channel, you have all of the time, and you can always follow her and get to see more of her videos while she shares amazing stuff with us. So, yeah, Azus, I can see your hands up.
Please, please don't forget to talk about our YouTube channel as well. I'm going to drop it now very soon.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, you can do that in the chat space. That's amazing. I can see Mohammed Nasser saying she was the first GDSA member she connected with outside Nigeria. And you can really tell that she is an amazing person and she's really good at what she does. So you can always reach out to her. And the slides for this session will definitely be shared with us later. So ensure you go through, yeah, ensure you go through the YouTube link. You can see a YouTube link from Azus, so ensure you go through it. It's very important, and it is going to sharpen your knowledge about community management, and of course your personal and career development. So thank you all for joining us this evening for this wonderful session. It was really amazing listening to Sumaya this evening, and I personally learned some new things from everything she has discussed today. And I can say it is the same for basically everybody present here. So thank you so much, Sumaya. It was really amazing having you here. Thank you for honoring the invite to be a speaker this evening. So thank you guys for joining us again this evening. Thank you so much for being here. We are glad to have you guys here again. And join us again next week for another wonderful session. So until then, stay great and stay inspired, and of course motivated as well. So see you guys. Bye bye.